I can say this, I've been doing this particular line of work for about 12 years now, dealing with child abuse, and she was one of the more severe cases that I had responded to. She still had significant injuries, casts and hair missing. There was obviously some emotional injuries for her.
She was taken to the hospital due to injury to her body that her biological mother was unsure what to do about. At that time at the hospital, they realized that the injuries to her were significant.
She was brought into PCH where she was seen by our nurse practitioner, Cindy Nelson. And Cindy said that it was probably one of the most horrific cases that she's ever seen. And that Lady A was lucky to be alive.
Her little face was so black and blue. Eyes were so swollen, we couldn't even do any checks to see her pupils or anything because they were swollen so tight. You know, we found in the x-rays her clavicle, right clavicle was broken. She had a grade 3, potentially a grade 4 liver laceration where she was bleeding internally, scratches, cuts. It was to the point where her nightmares were so extensive in the hospital, we charted when she didn't have them, as opposed to her just screaming and crying all night long. I began to just sit at bedside with her just so that we could ensure her safety. I don't know that we'll ever know the true story of what took place.
When questioned, the child's mother said she'd probably fallen out of her crib, but then admitted that her live-in boyfriend had perhaps thrown the 2-year-old child down the stairs.
And the extent of the physical injuries and the damage done to this poor baby. Sorry.
How could somebody do that to somebody so tiny and helpless? And then, gosh.
It's okay.
And so it is definitely one of the most severe cases of abuse that I have seen in my experience.
Every kid just needs one person, and you could be that one person to save that child's life and to protect their future, and you just have to be that one person that changes that kid's life.
I got the phone call, would you guys be willing to take her? And I said, yeah. And I cried the whole way to Phoenix Children going to pick her up. You know, how do I balance that? How do I balance being a mom? How do I protect my heart? How do I protect my children for when I have to turn around and possibly send her back? You know, am I strong enough and prepared enough to not only expose myself to this, her, and, you know, my own family to all of this? And I just cried and cried and cried and, you know, let me know I'm doing the right thing. Let me know that that this is what we're supposed to be doing. And when I picked her up and I walked into that room, I said, you're gonna come home with me, and you're gonna come home and live with me. And she just held her hands right up to me and said, let's go. We get home and she acted like she just belonged there. This little girl just needed so badly to be loved.
Then I felt relieved because she was with us and she was safe.
She just came right in like a little wrecking ball into our lives. My daughter's going and buying her dream catchers so that they can catch her scary dreams, and her thinking that the dream catcher is going to make everything better and have sweet dreams.
You know, when I started supervising and working with Crystal on this case, we discussed at length what would be best for Lady A. And it was clear she had just this amazing relationship with her current placement where she was with Angela and Matt. She was flourishing.
My biggest hope for her is to be adopted by her foster family. The family is amazing and they love her so much. This is probably the first place in her entire life where she has felt safe.
I want her to never be scared again. I just need her to know that she's going to be loved every day and safe every day.
And that's our job. And at Childhelp, that's exactly what we do, is we nurture them, love them, keep them, and find their strengths, find their passions, and help them find what is best for them. We get to advocate for them, we get to protect them. That's what we do, and that's why I chose Childhelp.